Hello, Internet Nation. Alex and Ashley here. I got scammed today. Again. Let's talk about it. So, the first thing that stands out to me is I have a really hard time listening to myself. Just in general. I have a hard time listening to myself in general. And even worse so, I have a hard time trusting myself over others that I believe to be an authority. Maybe even others. Let's not, cancel that out. So, it's been a day. Let's start from the beginning because, there's significance to all of it. So I woke up this morning after going to sleep last night, trying very hard to convince myself that I was going to shoot today and it was going to be great and I was going to get paid and then I would be able to buy those 2 dollies that I wanted to buy. But I texted Mike after waking up at 9 in the morning because I took a lot of Adderall and at one point just started meditating. So then I just went to sleep, started meditating because Adderall never lets me go to sleep. I just lay there and drift off into thought and or stop existing and fade in and out of that, and not quite sure if I was asleep or if I was just very relaxed and drifted off into unconsciousness. I guess that would be sleep. I don't know. All I know is thoughts. Well, I guess you don't know only thoughts if you have a lack of thoughts. But anyway, I was trying to convince myself today was going to be a good day. And so, I got dressed for, the day I wanted to have. Put on a cute outfit because I was going to get fucked. And then, how do you say, if I didn't get fucked, I was going to make the best of it by recording some videos, A friend of mine commissioned a video a while ago and he said no rush. So I haven't pressured myself into doing it. Just, letting me just do it when I was feeling it, because I don't really masturbate in a amusing manner. Usually, I like to be stuffed with things, and you don't need to get fucked to get stuffed, But not everybody wants to see you live your life stuffed. I don't know. If you want to see that, let me know. I'll add that to my OnlyFans. More content, I guess. But anyway, he commissioned a video for his channel, and I was gonna record that today. Record that one video or record that other video. Either way, we gonna do a video. We gonna feel cute. We gonna be good. Everything's gonna be good. It's gonna be fine. It's gonna be Swayze. It's gonna be something. I don't know. But then I fixed my bike because I said I was gonna fix my bike when the shit came, and the shit came. The shit being I don't remember what it's called. It's that tubing that goes inside the tire, but not the inner tube. It's like a strip. Rim tape? I think it might be called rim tape. That stuff. That popped in my bike tire, so I had to replace it. So I replaced it. I, for the first time, changed my tire, put a new inner tube in the wheel, popped that baby back on the bike, took it for a test ride. I accomplished big things today. Real big things. So, fixed my bike, and then it hit me that I said after I fixed my bike I was going to go to the doctor. So then I somewhat quickly I had to stop myself and remind myself to grab my ID, because if I'm going to go to the doctor, I should probably have that. So I grabbed it and I left. And as I get there, I see my therapist called, so I didn't talk to my therapist today because she called me early. And I called back. That's my bike key. This bike key in my hair. I called her back, or I called the office so that they could email her to call me back. But I guess the receptionist just wasn't listening because I said, hey, my therapist called me. I think she's early, but I'm not sure because it was like 3:17 and she usually doesn't call till 3:30 on Friday, I guess. I don't know. I'm used to 5, but I don't know. One day everybody just said it was 3:30. So whatever. So she called early. So I called her back, and I guess since she was slow, I'm like, yes, my name is Ashley, and my therapist's name is insert therapist name, and I think she called me. I think she was early. Can you tell her to call me back, please? And the lady was all like, yes, she'll call you. I'm like, okay, cool. I thought that meant she'll call me back, not like, yeah, no, she's gonna call you. She's gonna call you later at 3:30 at your appointed time. So I feel like my day definitely could have gone different if I had talked to my therapist, if she had ever called me back. But hey, at least I got the medication that I need. So that's exciting, I guess. Even though I had to pay for that. I don't get why I have to pay for birth. I don't have to pay for birth control, but I have to pay for medication for an infection. What? Excuse me? So you say this thing that I don't need is free? But I mean, I guess it should be free, because it's birth control. But also, I feel like medication for, let me not even say free, because this shit isn't free. The real, because if this shit actually was free, good. This shit should be free. Like, you know how condoms are free? Birth control should be free. It goes both ways because it takes two to motherfucking tango. And the person who is going to have the most backlash from a condom popping shouldn't have to pay the most to prevent that backlash. I'm not going to. This isn't about that. This is about what I learned today. So anyway, at this point, I texted Mike and he was like, nah, I'm busy. And I'm like, bet. So can you pay me like some money in advance? And he was like, yeah. So then he did that. And then I used that money to try and buy the doll. And then Cash App was like, bet, give me the money. And the website was like, nah, we ain't get no money. So one thing led to another. Called a number, got scammed. And mind you, while it's happening, so I'm very upset, and I try to be very calm when I'm upset, but don't really have anyone to talk to when I'm upset. And the way I felt was like, oh, I don't really know who to talk to this about, because I was texting Duval earlier, but he stopped responding, and he was grouchy. And when people are grouchy, I try to leave them alone because I don't want to bother them with my feelings, even if it's just me venting. And then, it went from, this isn't a big enough problem for me to bother anybody with because it's literally just me upset because Cash App fucked up and I'm trying to get this doll and I really want to get it because it's a limited doll and it's probably really hard to find if I don't get it from this, like, doll store that literally has a bunch of dolls by different companies and they're just selling all these dolls and I'm like, this limited doll that's not even being sold by the creator, why is it still on your site? Why do you mock me so? But these guys have it, so I'm not trying to see it and then it's available and then next thing you know she's gone while Cash App was holding my money. So I called some numbers, how'd I get back here? I feel like I just went in a circle. I'm sorry, you guys. ADHD is a bitch. So anyway, I get really upset when I'm upset. And it's hard for me to process, So I looked up the number for Stripe Up, Square Up. Because they own Cash App, and I don't want to wait 48 hours for somebody to get back to me, to tell me what's happening with my money. You know, like I get the first time when I tried to use, because, I tried to use my Cash App card. My Cash App debit card, which I have no idea. I don't know where it is. Haven't seen it for months. Can't remember the last time I had it. So I needed to and I didn't want to like transfer the money to TD because they gonna take money out unless I wait for it, and I don't want to wait for it. Why would I wait for it when I have this Cash App card? And I kind of sorta remember the number. I say kind of sorta because I definitely remember the number for all my debit cards, the security number. I just don't remember what's the security code for a specific card specifically, unless I'm like using it a lot, and what's the number for a card I used to use but had to get a new one. So I still remember that number real fresh. I just can't remember, like, I think it's either my TD card or my Venmo card. I think probably my Venmo card, because I lost my Venmo card last year. Or I lost, but then somebody found it because it fell out my pocket with my Metro card and my ID, and they just put all that shit back in the mail. Bless that angel. Bless them. I would make the bless sign, but I'm holding my phone so it's not looking down and giving, just accentuating the double chin. But so I realize, for one, that's something I didn't realize before. I didn't process that before, just how frazzled my head gets when I'm really upset. Because mind you, I was only calling Square to see if they could help, Like, I was totally down for, like, sitting there waiting on the line for, like, half an hour just to be like, hey, so, this purchase on my Cash App didn't go through. Is that something you can help me with? And they'd be all like, nah, bitch, get out of here. That ain't our jurisdiction. Go call Cash App. Oh, wait, haha. Go wait for them to email you back. And then I would be like, nah, no, you're right, bye. I'm sorry for wasting your time, bye. But then this number picks up, and I'm really afraid to look at the website, because it looked legit, but I'm afraid that I'm going to go back, and it's not going to be legit, and I'm going to have to face the reality of how, like, in a rush I was, because I do tend to, like, rush a lot, rush and procrastinate. But that's because, like, I'm very used to things not going my way, and I kept telling myself, oh, this doll, I'm like, I'm meant to get it, because I just started, like, doing BJDs, and, like, I went on a quest to find it, and I, like, found where, like, who made it, and then another place that sold it, and then the place is, like, reputable, but they have, they sell it for, like, the same price, because, it's one of those good places that's literally just doing it for the love of whatever they're doing. They literally have, like, their storefront is a doll store, which I kind of want to go visit, because, like, you have a store full of BJD, well, I mean, they have regular dolls there too, but you have a store full of dolls, and not even just, like, dolls, like, the cool dolls. Like, they had a Doll Chateau, which is the company that makes the doll I got, and they have a bunch of, like, weird, creepy dolls, and it's, like, hard. Like, you can go on AliExpress, and you'll see, like, all the bootleg dolls, and you'll see, like, some creepy dolls, but, like, they have all of those dolls, and they're actual, like, legit. It's real cool. So I have to work on how impatient I get, but that's, like, all anxiety, because when I get anxious, I have a really hard time processing. Like, I was trying to stay calm while I was on the phone, but then I legit had a panic attack, because I'm like, you want me to send you more money to get a refund for what because this doesn't make sense. Literally, like, arguing with this dude because I'm like, this seems shady because we disconnected after I sent the first one, but then I never got that refund. And mind you, while I'm on the phone with these people, that refund comes back. So that transaction just completely disappears. But because I'm still so frazzled and don't know what's happening, and mind you, I'm like talking to them, trying to like get answers and stuff, and they're giving me like these fake roundabout answers because I'm so upset I can't process and I can't think. Being upset is a weakness of mine, but I'm always upset. See, that's why I always go to fight or flight mode. But you see, this is my weakness. This is why I keep getting scammed, because I be trying to get help, and I be trying to have faith in people, but maybe I just shouldn't have faith in people. People have shown me where they come through, so maybe I need to put like walls up against everything. I don't know. Still figuring it out. First step of the journey is to acknowledge the problem, and that's where we're at right now. So I'll just figure that shit out. I don't know. I need to remain calm, but in order to remain calm, I at the very least need more hugs in my life. Like, if I had a sugar daddy, it wouldn't fucking matter. But I don't have a sugar daddy. Like, even if it was just like, ayo, sugar daddy, I just got robbed. They can't help me right now. Give me money to make me feel better. And then sugar daddy be like, aight, you smiling yet? I'm like, yeah, sugar daddy, I'm smiling. Thank you. I'm going to buy this doll real quick, and I'm going to pay rent real quick, and I'm going to the cops now. Because this is illegal, and the cops need to know about it. So I did go to the cops, by the way. That comes a little bit later. So that happens. And you know the ironic part? I was on the phone, and that money came back into my account. And my first thought was, oh my god, the money's back in my account. I don't know what's going on, because they keep talking about the refund. But this thing just disappeared. And I don't know if that's something they did, or if it just was like the time. Because I remember one time I went to the supermarket, and I used my Cash App card to buy groceries, and it declined at the grocery grocery store. I don't know how to word 92% of the time. And yet my card got charged anyway. So this is why I don't use Cash App. Just so many reasons to not use Cash App. And like, it's one thing for it to happen over the web, which like, I don't know why it happened. The first time I get why the card declined, because I put the wrong security number in, because, you know, I had to guess it because I don't know what this card is. And I didn't want to transfer the money because I didn't want to lose any of the money, you know? Like, why is the point if I have this card? And even if I don't have the physical card, I have the card stored on... Never mind. I'm not putting that information out, but I have access to the card. Somehow, someway, even if I don't have it. But I ordered a new one, and as soon as they get back to me, I think I'm gonna either delete my Venmo and Cash App and create new ones, and then fucking delete and reactivate my TD bank again. What am I gonna learn? What am I gonna learn? The problem is, I don't listen to myself, because I'm sitting there on the floor talking to these people, and the money goes back in my account. My first instinct is to run and buy that doll, you know? Thought the money's back, let me try to buy that doll again. But I didn't want to, like, do it. We were in the middle of something, and I didn't know what they were doing. And I'm sitting in the hallway because, like, I thought last time the phone disconnected because I was connected to the Wi-Fi and I had location on, So I thought that it disconnected, because usually if I'm like on a phone call and I'm connected to the Wi-Fi, my signal will drop, especially since I ran out my data plan, and for some reason my data has been ass lately. So I forgot my point. Either way, I have to listen to myself. And if you're wondering why I didn't get the dolls, because I didn't know where my card was, and I was scared that fucking Cash App was gonna eat the money again, you know? So yeah, I gotta listen to myself. I have to listen to that little voice in my head. And the part that really fucks me up is that, like, I have a really bad relationship with asking for help. Because, like, this was me reaching out for help, and I got scammed. And fucking, I'm always getting scammed by people. Well, people trained to scam, but then I've been scammed by, like, people I know. And that sucks, because I lost a dealer in that. And I trusted that guy, you know? But whatever, this is why you don't trust guys. But, the situation really hurt me. And it's like, whenever I talk about these things to people, they never, like, process it for what I'm saying it is. Because, like, I will go on and on about, like, oh, well, I tried to do something nice for myself again, and it really backfired, and I did something really stupid, and this just goes to show myself that I can't take care of myself, and I don't know what I'm doing, and I'm all alone, and, like, all of these things. And you say all these things, and people just process it like, oh, no, you just got robbed this one time. It's not that bad. You shouldn't feel so bad. You shouldn't want to take your life. But then it's like, no, this keeps happening. I don't know if I'm going to be able to protect myself next time. And I'm out of a lot of money. Again, I got robbed, so I can't pay rent. You hear it, right? And it's not like I have anybody to ask to give me that money. I mean, that's not true, because I did ask somebody and they lent me the money, and I paid the rent. I got the doll. But now I owe my friend money, but that is okay, I guess, maybe, because I'm hoping Cash App doesn't have a heart. They don't. If they had a heart, they would have a customer number, but they don't. So, plus they didn't help me last time when I got scammed. And even TD couldn't help me get my money back when I got scammed. So that's probably not going to happen. But hey, maybe the cops can help this time. I don't know. They didn't do anything last time. But this time it's fresh. It's funky and it's fresh. So fresh, I stopped and cried outside of the police department. Yep. Took my ass to the police department. Mind you, I stayed calm throughout the whole procedure, for the most part. Granted, I freaked out on the phone, but after, I continued to freak out. Had a whole panic attack. But then I was like, let me go to the cops. Let me go to Rite Aid to pick up my prescription, because I should probably do that also. And there's a police precinct right down the block from the Rite Aid, so I can go and see what I need to open a case, and then go get those things at a later date. Responsible. I wanted to exercise my resources, I guess. I wanted to ask for help from everyone that I could, and I did. Called TD. Venmo can't really help because the money got transferred from Venmo to TD and then to Cash App. So, I know, I'm a fucking idiot. So there's not much they can do because to TD there's nothing wrong with there. But I guess I could always like talk to Venmo because Venmo did kinda sorta help when I got scammed once. I get scammed a lot, you guys. I'm just really terrible at not being stupid and following my gut. And I'm just a byproduct of a person that never got cared for, so I don't really know how to care for myself, and I don't know how to not be stupid and fall for dumb shit. Literally argued with this guy about how this sounded like a scam. But, still just a little too stupid to like, let the clues make me not feel terrible about hanging up on someone. So, I've developed further as a sociopath. I rationalized my emotions today. I definitely wanted to kill myself. Definitely might have gone out with the intention to do so. That was also when I went out to the cops and Friday. I wanted to talk to the cops, see, if there was help in solving the problem. I like to do that. I like to solve problems when I get upset about problems so that